Hello everybody. My name is Jubair Ahmed. Thanks for joining the presentation. So here, in this presentation, I'm going to demonstrate how we can use AI agents to automate some workflows uh, for your business. So here I have Copilot Studio. This is the Microsoft platform that I have used to create the AI agent. And this AI agent will allow me to automate some calculations. So this is based on this case study that I'm gonna demonstrate is based on a workflow that I had as a project engineer in an oil and gas consulting company, where we had to do various calculations for the client. So for example, if the client is adding a separator package, so we had a separator sizing sheet, which is an Excel file. And so we'd go ahead and based on the project requirements, we'd enter the variables in the sizing sheet, and then we know how big the separator needs to be for that project. And so here I have prepared dummy files, like basically I've created calculation sheets here, which are not actual calculation sheets, but I've just kind of made some, simple calculations here. So here I'm calculating pressure based on, the ideal gas law. So I'm missing the variables like here volume, temperature. So what the AI agent will do here is it needs to retrieve those missing values. So uh, in engineering we have something called a DBM document. So this is where we have all like basically the summary of the project and what we're trying to do. And so this is kind of like you could say knowledge about the project. So based on the knowledge of the project, we need to run the calculation. So here I can open this to show. So it basically has those values, right? The temperature that was missing on the calculation sheet. Like other information. So it's saying we need to calculate the pressure. So the AI agent, what it will do, right? It will first go ahead and read that DBM. Okay, after reading the DBM, it will know that we need to do a pressure calculation as it states in the DBM, and then it will automatically go and pull up that pressure calculation sheet and then copy that over to this project folder and fill it with the values, right? So yeah, so this is a very simple case. And again, it's just to demonstrate that the AI agent is able to read our files, gain knowledge, you know, and then use that knowledge to basically automate calculation and and whatnot. So let's put that to the test really quickly. Let's see, I need calculate a project. Okay, so the AI agent now it will see like if I've it's provided enough information. So now it knows that okay, like which project it's asking do I need help on. Obviously it needs that information to know where to look in my directory, right? And like we don't want to go and read some basically some information about the wrong project. So here I will tell it project 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what I named um, the project folder in my directory. So now it will go in and read the DBM, and will use AI here to be a natural language processing to understand the content of the DBM, extract the values. So know that temperature is equal to 273 Kelvin, and then yeah, so then it goes ahead and yeah, as it says here, calculation have been saved, project folder. So with the AI here, so I refreshed it, so it's here. So the AI was able to use AI to read this document, extract the values, and then uh, fill in the values in the just took a second to refresh here in the pressure calc. So we can see here, we were able to calculate to fill out this calculation sheet, and it was able to pick out the correct one, which calc sheet that we need. So yeah, so that was a brief presentation. We can look, I guess, quickly into how we did this. So the AI agent, the way it works, when I asked to calculate, uh, run some calculation, it went into basically this, I have created this workflow. So run calc. So here we can see we told the AI agent that this is, what we need to run when we're asking for calculations. It clearly says that, it's for project calculation and we need the 4-digit project code, right? So that's why it was, coming back at me and asking me to clarify that, what is the 4-digit code. And then after that, we have an action here. These are basically created in Power Automate. So in Power Automate, if I go here, these are some of the, we call flows. So if I go check project, so this is basically here we can see this is the flow that kicked off. Here, this is used to validate, that I gave a correct project number. Here, we use AI via like a OpenAI endpoint API, and then we kind of go through the directory and see if it matches the number that I gave. So when it matches, it returns basically true, and we come back here and it checks the condition. So when it's true, it moves ahead and goes and tells us that it was able to find the project. If I entered the wrong number, it would kind of end the conversation. So this is in a way, it's a like basically user-friendly way to code. This is basically coding in a sense. So after that, it went and read the DBM. It picked off the DBM flow, read DBM read. That's what I called it. So here goes in, we can have a quick look into that as well. So you see when an AI agent calls flow, so this is all automated, right? I don't need to tell it to go and uh, start this, start this, go going through this flow because the AI agent understands that. So it does the orchestration between all the flows. So here we have different flows, right? So the AI agent in the Copilot that I've built with Copilot is able to know when to run each of them as needed, right? So again, if we go back to DBM read, so it gets the DBM, and then from there we use AI via the API again to extract the values, missing values, temperature, volume, and then basically return that to the agent here. So now the agent has the variables, missing variables, and it knows that we need to calculate the pressure. So it goes ahead and calls the last action in this flow, which is again Power Automate flow, which is calls this one. And in here, we can see like when AI agent calls, and it gives those values, right? So it gave those values here. We can see temperature, volume. So those are passed through from the agent. Then we open up the Excel file, we fill in those missing cells, and yeah, and that's basically the end. So I hope that demonstrates how we can use AI agents and Power Automate to automate, workflows uh, for your business. Hopefully that gives you some inspiration. And thank you for your time.